Hey, this is Judging Waits, and this is part 3 of my Halo 4 walkthrough. In part 2, we left Master Chief taking the hard way down to the planet, and that's where we're going to pick up this video at.
Where are we?
Checking coordinate impact data.
We have asked you to give up your family, your childhood, your future.
Cortana,
I'm sorry. It's the crash. I'm fine.
something was wrong even before we left the Dawn.
Chief? Really? I'm fine.
Cortana,
I was put into service 8 years ago.
8 years.
AIs deteriorate after 7, Chief.
Halsey,
Chief.
we need to find Halsey.
Chief, please.
She made you. She can fix you.
I won't recover from rampancy, Chief.
If we can just get back to Earth and find Halsey, she can fix this.
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep. We need to move. Doesn't look like the Covenant fared much better than we did.
How many ships made it through the roof?
Plenty. Why?
We still need a ride home.
Alright, so in this area, you're probably not going to find too much opposition, so use this, opportunity to arm up the way you want to be armed. On top of this structure that I'm in now is a battle rifle and a sniper rifle. I'm going to pick up the battle rifle, and then in this structure right ahead of me, right there, over there to my left, there is going to be a saw in there. So I'm going to go pick up that first. There's some assault rifles if you want those, and a magnum. You can pick up some extra ammo. Magnum isn't bad, but I really want to get the battle rifle. That's one of my favorite weapons. But right here is the saw. That's like the assault rifle on steroids. Now, the thing about the saw is you're probably not going to find a lot of ammo to refill this thing. So once it's done, it's done. But it is killer, especially up close, and I like to use it, and you're going to see that. Now, if you head back into the original ship where I killed that elite, there's a log entry towards the front of it, right there. And I'm going to go access that. So make sure you hit X on that thing. And then you want to head up on top of it. Now I'm going to use these assault rifles for reference points, but there is the ship. So you just want to come over here towards the cliff and then climb up it. And look all over on top of it. There's one of the battle rifles. And there's a whole crate of them. Right there. Okay, now one of my favorite weapons is the sniper rifle. But, you only get like 12 rounds with it. So I didn't even bother picking it up. Now the sniper rifle is actually over on the other section of this. So you want to turn around and head over this way. And then you're just going to have to jump across to this part up here. Right here. And there is a sniper rifle. I think there's some frag grenades there too. I'm sorry, there's a sniper rifle. So I'll show you how much ammo it has when you pick it up. There you go. See, 12 rounds. That's just not worth it in my opinion. So I'd much rather have the battle rifle with a lot more ammo. 108 rounds. Now after you get all armed up, you just want to head toward the objective point. And that's going to be your way out of here. It's just this cave. You can go up here. And there's some plasma grenades that you want to pick up. There's also something that you can push X on that is right behind me. I'm going to turn around here in a minute.
What is that? Chief, see if that terminal is still active. The Covenant have been broadcasting that from an equidistant orbit every 30 minutes for the last 3 years.
They've been waiting outside the planet for 3 years.
Apparently, they couldn't get in.
Alright, so after you access that, head to your next waypoint here. And you're just going to head on through this cave.
I'm picking up a faint transmission on the high band.
Covenant?
I don't think so. The pattern's different. I'll try to triangulate its position.
After you make your way through this cave, you'll come out to this open area. You can kind of explore up to the right. I kind of have a feeling there's something hidden here that I just couldn't find. Maybe something out on this cliff. It looks like you can get to that area. I died trying to jump to it, so I'm not going to do that. You know, I just want to get through this campaign and show you all about it. But here's a warthog that you can pick up. Looks like they've added some chrome to this bad boy. I like the gas tanks on the back and everything like that. A lot more detail on this. It drives a little bit. Drives pretty much the same, except for it just feels more gritty, you know, than the usual campaign or the usual way that Halo did in the past. It just seems a little bit more realistic, like with the guns and everything else.
Chief? About my condition? I didn't want to mention it, seeing as how it's a complete long shot, but since you brought it up, it is possible that getting home could help me find a solution for my rampancy.
How?
Well, as far as I know, I'm the only AI ever generated from living tissue. A clone of Dr. Halsey, to be precise. It may be possible to recompile my neural net by replicating those same conditions. But that means getting back to Halsey soon.
Alright, so obviously now you know we're trying to save Cortana. She's past her prime, you know, at 8 years old. You'd think artificial intelligence would hold up a little bit better.
Chief, I'm hearing that strange signal again. Stronger this time.
Do you think there's something to it?
I'm curious more than anything. Its behavior is odd.
Alright, when you come out to this area, I'd really recommend using the vehicles. Obviously, if you're playing like 4-player co-op, you could have 2 of these warthogs run around and you could be shooting them and everything like that. Unfortunately, when you're playing by yourself, you can't shoot the gun and drive around at the same time. So just, you know, park at a distance, pop out, and pick some of these guys off. Now there is a ghost down there, and of course if you drive the ghost you can also fire its weapons, so be careful not to blow that thing up. You want to pick it up. There might even be another one somewhere in the map. I seem to recall coming across one, but you definitely, you know, once you take that out, you definitely want to get in it. It's really going to help you advance in this area. And here's that ghost that I was talking about. Now I think your left trigger kind of does your acceleration, gives you like some turbos, and your right trigger is obviously going to fire the plasma rifle or whatever that's called that you shoot with. So just strafe left and right once you're in this thing, and you should be able to do some major damage against these guys. Now when you're driving this bad boy, just make sure you keep it moving. Watch out for snipers. They do heavy damage, you know, so you got to be careful. There's also sometimes plasma turrets like you're going to see up here right there. So be careful, you know, those people don't lay into you. So keep on shooting that thing and get the people, you know, taken off of it. You don't want anybody manning that. And then just keep, like I said, strafing back and forth, left and right. As you can see, pretty much I got through this whole area without using any of my own personal ammo from my guns. So once you take out these guys, go pick up this plasma cannon. Normally it's attached, you know, right in front of me, right over there. But I knocked it down, so just pick it up and carry that with you through this tunnel area. Of course, this thing's going to slow you down and you can't run with it, and you can't switch to other weapons while you're holding it. You have to drop it, but you know, with all the drawbacks, the firepower that it provides is more than going to make up for it.
If we're going to hijack a ship from these Covenant, we're going to have to find where they're landing first.
I don't suppose you have a plan for that.
We could always ask nicely.
Asking's not my strong suit.
Now you're going to encounter some guys up here. Make sure when you're shooting at the little guys, you kind of burst fire this bad boy. You know, do a little bit better job than I'm doing. You know, hold the trigger down when you're going against the elites and everything like that. But you see how I'm doing it there. Just kind of burst fire it against the little guys. You don't want to waste that ammo. The other piece of advice I have for you is always try and get the high ground. You know, I'm always trying to get up high to shoot down at these guys and rain havoc on them. You know, it's a common strategy, and it works even in Halo. And watch out for the snipers, though, too. Watching this back, I should have dropped that thing and switched to my battle rifle and taken that guy out in like one shot. Instead, I end up wasting some precious ammo that could have been used on some elites and some heavier armed people. Now eventually you'll run out of ammo with this bad boy, and then you're still going to have your battle rifle and your full saw pretty much. So, you know, you're going to be in good shape. You've taken out the majority of people. Remember, you know, shoot them on that left-hand side, these shield guys, and then shoot them, you know, pop them, try to pop them in the head. Now I'm shooting them at a distance, probably a little bit out of the range that I normally would. But let me see if I can do a little bit better here. Oh, I tried throwing some grenades. You're going to see me get a little bit better with these grenades. Now, after you take out everybody, you obviously just want to make your way up into this structure. I'd recommend switching to your other weapon, you know, the saw. This thing is just a beast. I like having a, you know, be careful how you pair your weapons. I like having a ranged weapon and an up close, you know, in your face type weapon. That way I'm prepared for any situation. And if I didn't say it, I'd recommend burst firing the saw as well, unless you're going against an elite or something that they need to drop their shield on. Ooh, and check out that grenade. Now up here is going to be an elite. He's going to drop an armor ability.
That elite dropped his camo module. Let's have a look. I'll run a soft patch to it from the suit. Never know what might come in handy.
Now, this is going to be where I end this video. I'll make sure I pick up the next one on the other side of this door. Make sure you leave me any questions or comments. I hope you're liking these. As always, though, take care and God bless.
There's that phantom signal again.
I heard something that time.